What's going on? So our ditzy not blonde buddy Cortez is at it again. She's always saying stupid shit, and honestly most of the time I kind of ignore her, except for, laughing at her. But this time she decided to take on the VA. And anything to do with veterans, I kind of have a little bit of a vested interest in. Not only am I a veteran, but this idiot knows nothing about the military. So she gets up and does a VA healthcare presentation kind of thing and actually says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Now, I'm not really surprised she said this nonsense, because when you're trying to push for universal healthcare, where all of the healthcare in the country is provided by the government, you have a bit of a vested interest in making the VA seem not too bad. Because that's what the VA is. It's government provided healthcare. And that's exactly why anytime anybody says anything about this whole Medicare for all thing or single payer or whatever, I'm like, no, you don't want that. Trust me. Trust any veteran. Any veteran will tell you the VA is mostly garbage. Now imagine that being all the healthcare in the country. No thanks. But she also goes on talking about how veteran healthcare should not be for sale in America.
It is radical to believe that caring for our veterans should not be for sale in America.
I think this is just her socialist side coming out. Who's profiting off the VA? Maybe people are, I don't know, but that's just such an odd angle to take with it. The VA is a lot better than it was. I actually live in Phoenix, where the whole whistleblower thing originated, and I've been to that exact VA hospital where that guy worked. And my experience with the VA, it's okay. I'll put a video up here. I made a video about it quite a while ago, actually, on one of my experiences at the VA. I have major issues with my feet, and it's military related. And I've been to the VA 3 times. The last time was my 3rd time, because I remember saying, "Hey guys, you're 1 for 3. Good job." That actually helped me out quite a bit last time. The doctor and the nurse were really cool, but the other 2 times I went, not so much. The biggest problem with the VA, though, is it's not necessarily the quality of the care. There's actually a general I saw on some news thing. He got it right.
The major problem with the VA is not the quality of health care. People have gone and looked at the VA system and believe the quality of the care once you're in the system is good. The problem is getting access to the system is what so frustrates our veterans.
Yeah. Getting regular appointments, like when I had to go in to have my feet looked at for to get disability rated, that shit took quite a while. Whereas in the civilian world, they want to get you in, they want your money. The glories of a free market. You make an appointment and maybe later this week, early next week, boom, you're in. The VA, no, doesn't work that way. At least in my experience. I had to wait weeks to get looked at for my feet. And they actually did it really weird too. They didn't do, because I have plantar fasciitis on both feet and partially torn Achilles tendons on both feet, and they didn't make one appointment for all of it. They actually did the plantar fasciitis in one and then the Achilles tendons in the other. I had to go back twice. It was really weird. But yeah, once I got in and got looked at, it was all pretty much over and done with, and it went pretty quick. It's just getting to that point that is really bad. And that's what he's saying, and I really agree with him. That's the problem with any socialized healthcare system like that. Any single payer system like that is very likely to have a shortage of supply, for lack of a better way to put it. When something's free, people are a lot more apt to use it when they probably wouldn't otherwise. And that's not just the only problem I have with the whole single payer thing. Yeah, you're probably gonna have a shortage of services, but when you do single payer, you're gonna run into shortage of supply, basically. You're not incentivizing people to get into that industry because they're not gonna make as much money as they would if it was private. And you have the third-party payer problem. Third-party payer being the government's the third party. They're the one paying for it, but it's not their money and they're not using the services. We're using the services and we're paying for it, but the person paying for it, the government, doesn't have a vested interest in it being quality or cheap. They don't care at all. It can be whatever. They don't care. When the group footing the bill isn't using it or paying for it, yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. And that's what third-party payer systems are, a recipe for disaster. I can't wait for Dan Crenshaw to come up and kick this stupid-ass Cortez in her teeth. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. He's a veteran, obviously, and she's taken some kind of really, really lame shots at him already. So I wouldn't be surprised if he steps up and slaps her around about this too, because she's just next level retarded. And people like her. Not many. And it's less and less every day. But there are those out there that actually are buying what she's selling. And man, that just boggles the mind. Same thing with The Burn. People are all about this joke too. And it's like, seriously? You like this guy? He always looks like he combed his hair with a fucking balloon. But all that aside, his beliefs are just, no. His latest thing being people in prison should be able to vote. Yeah. How that makes any sense at all is beyond me. So until the next time Cortez says something stupid, which probably won't be very long, I'm out. Catch you next video. Later.